then we got a little bit more stuff to get into. You know, we got the well, we'll just break down like charge characters here. You know, we've already covered. You know, let's just dive in a little bit. If you willingly hold down back for half the match, you are a creature of habit, discipline, and simmering with internal rage. Charge mains are patient. Charge mains are calculated. Charge mains are absolutely definitely one bad day away from snapping a pencil in half and saying something cryptic like, "Today was the day. Every dog has his day." Blanca players, agents of chaos, but still somewhat disciplined, honestly. Guile players, see above, walking OSHA violations. DJ players, you hide depression very well with good vibe playlist and jokes. We all know what you are, DJ players. You charge mains are the "I will endure quietly until I don't" zodiac sign that astrology never warned us about. What's up, party people, and welcome back to some ranked adventures with a side of that sweet yap. And a little bit lighthearted one today. I want to unpack more psychology as I always do, but I thought this one would be a little bit fun, you know. We'll get to the punch. So the obvious thing, astrology is a lot of fun, you know. It's all a bunch of baloney at the end of the day, but, you know, it could be fun just to unpack. It'd be like, oh, you know, you look at your, you know, like astrology sign and you can link anything to it. Like, oh, it says I'm fair and honest, yada, 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 and I am. And it's just a little spiritual thing. It's a fun exercise. So I want to unpack that for Street Fighter characters or fighting game characters in general, archetypes and stuff. And I'm not saying like your choice to main Zangief is more revealing than the time you cried in that Pixar movie Up, you know. But if you wanted to learn who you really are, you know, the real you, the one behind the curated playlist and the ironically worn band t-shirts, I'm not checking your horoscope. I'm checking your match history. You know what I'm saying? Because character choices, we could look at them like a Rorschach test that, you know, punches people in the face, essentially. Wild thing is, you can't hide from it. People try, oh, I'm messing around with Marissa for fun, and it's like, Marisa, says the dude who is absolutely not having fun, and I'm just learning Ryu because fundamentals matter, says the guy, you know, who jumps in and, you know, absolutely obliterates someone's entire life bar with one messed up comma. So I just want to peel this open for a little bit fun, a little bit more lighthearted than some of the other subjects we touch on. So we'll start with shotos, you know, the traditionalist, you know, trying to behave. We'll say that if you main, you know, Ryu, Ken, Akuma, Luke, Sagat, or any other shoto adjacent man with a fireball and a dream, you're basically telling the world, please, I am normal, I am good, I contain no horrors within. Shoto players want rules, they want structure, they want the game to make sense. They're the quiet kid in the school who does everything right but still lives in constant fear that they're fundamentally disappointing someone. They fold their laundry, they click sort by date added, they probably have a favorite notebook brand. Shoto mains are psychologically equivalent of I want to feel in control of my life, but only in a socially acceptable way. Inside every shoto main is a repressed gremlin begging to come out, and they cannot deny it. They say things like, I like honest characters, you liars, every single one of you, while you secretly wishing your opponent would walk into one crouching medium kick and lose the entire game off of it. Ooh. The Tauruses of the FGC, except instead of being stubborn, they're just painfully earnest. Stop grapplers, the delightfully unhinged masochist. I do consider myself a grappler main, even though I haven't played one in years. At least pseudo grapplers are my fan. The only one that kind of makes me smile is Manon in this game, but she just doesn't fit who I am as a player. So I go to, you know, we'll get to that later. Unhinged masochist, you know what I mean? I play jury, dude. I like goth girls and weird shit. Leave me alone. So, yes, grapplers. You grapplers out there, look at me. Yes, you. Look me in the eyes. If you made a grappler, you cannot complain about anything happening in your life ever. Not work, not dating, not losing in rank. You signed a contract. You picked the struggle. You said, yes, Daddy Capcom, give me the character that loses neutral for 80 seconds and wins in 2. Grappler mains are masochists with an exhibitionist streak. You like suffering. You like the pain of crawling through the matchup desert for 150 seconds, dying of thirst, only to land one command grab and moan like you just achieved enlightenment. You know how some people say that they enjoy the journey? Grappler mains enjoyed the ordeal. They're the chaos twink Scorpios of the FGC, except instead of stingers, they have SPDs. Also, grappler mains all have an inner child who was never properly supervised. I'm just saying. Then we got the Rushdown goblins, you know, the Rashids, the Cammies, the Ibukis. Was it Kimberly in this game, you know, if you main those guys. You know, the feral characters, you know what I'm saying. Or it does, the job description says go fast, explode, then evaporate. You know, you are powered entirely by intrusive thoughts and Sour Patch Kids. Your brain? Microwave without a door. Your neutral game, suggestion, not a contract. Rushdown mains do not play, they invade. They break into your home, rearrange your furniture, leave your fridge open, and call it a mix-up. They don't want to win cleanly, they want to win immediately. Ideally in a way that makes their opponent look down at the controller and ask, did I really deserve this? This is Ares energy. This is Gemini energy. This is I speed run burnout energy. You know what I'm saying? I suppose I may fall into this category myself. You know, I do play jury, so yeah. Not big. I throw enough with her though. I throw enough that I can be like in the middle of Rushdown Goblin and Grappler, just because like the character's built around getting you to the corner and throw looping you. So you know, Rushdown mains are the reason serotonin was invented. We're just saying. Now we got the zoners, you know, the villains, man, no one accidentally becomes a zoner main, you know. This is a choice, a lifestyle, a thesis. Zoner mains don't want to fight you. They want to make you angry. They want to prove a point. You wronged them once. Someone wronged them once. Maybe the universe wronged them once. And now you're the one who's paying for it. Guile, JP, the rare Dalsim, who's really good. The Dalsim players are the monks who, you know, transcended earthly desire. JPs are psychological terrorists. That's no news. And Guile players, dude. Okay, if you main Guile, I know you were the kid in middle school who said, you know, technically, before disagreeing with people, you know who I'm talking about. Zoner mains crave distance, both in game and emotionally. They want control without conflict, power without mess. They would wallpaper their bedrooms and frame data if their partners allowed it. Big Capricorn energy, big Virgo energy. Therapist said, I need boundaries, but forgot to be specific energy. You know what I'm saying? Then we got a little bit more stuff to get into. You know, we got the... Well, we'll just break down like charge characters here, you know. We've already covered, you know. But let's just dive in a little bit. If you willingly hold down back for half the match, you are a creature of habit, discipline, and simmering with internal rage. Charge mains are patient. Charge mains are calculated. Charge mains are absolutely definitely one bad day away from snapping a pencil in half and saying something cryptic like, today was the day. Every dog has his day. Blanca players, agents of chaos, but still somewhat disciplined, honestly. Guile players, see above, walking OSHA violations. DJ players, you hide depression very well with good vibe playlists and jokes. We all know what you are, DJ players. You charge mains are the I will endure quietly until I don't. Zodiac sign that astrology never warned us about. Mix-up monsters, this would be like the pseudo-grappler style, you know. The Manons, I guess Kimberly's really the only character. Manon and Kimberly are the only ones. They just don't have the filthy stuff in this game, you know. But the strike grab cult, anyone says guess is a lifestyle, you know. These people are built like walking falsehoods, you know. Mix-up mains love deceit. They love tricking you. They love watching your brain lag while your character gets hit with something crushable. See, this is I'm not toxic, I'm mysterious, you know. This is what I resonate with. This is like when you read the horoscope and you go like, oh, that is me. See, me reading this one, this is what I do like in fighting games. You know, you grew up on Goosebumps books and learned that fear is a powerful bonding tool. They don't want to beat you, they want your trust issues to beat. Pisces level emotional manipulation, you know, Libra level charm, masking choices. And then you have the folks that the random select guys. If you press random in a fighting game, like intentionally, you are a volatile cocktail of bravado, insecurity, YOLO philosophy, the desperate desire to feel alive. You're not picking a character, you're picking chaos as a lifestyle. The random select main psychology is simple. If I don't choose, I can't be judged. This is the Sagittarius of the FGC. This is the I ghosted my own therapist archetype here. So why does any of this matter? Because unlike zodiac signs, Dean, you inherited without consent. Your character choice is a choice you made while fully awake, fully conscious, and fully aware that other people would see you do it. Your main is your projection. Your main is your unfiltered psyche. Your main is the version of you that comes out when the stakes are imaginary, but the emotions are real. Fighting games peel back the polite layers. They show who you become under pressure. They reveal the creature you turn into when adrenaline, ego, fear, habit, and muscle memory meet in a cage match. Your zodiac sign is what you are supposed to be. Your fighting game main is who you are when no one is watching except the platinum ranked Marissa trying to send you to God. So next time someone asks your sign, shrug and say, I'm a Zangief main. Tell them everything they need to know. It'll tell them all right there, you know. So thank you all for watching. You know, I appreciate every single one of you. If you stuck it out this long, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You know, I appreciate every single one of you. Gotta keep on struggling, folks. And I will see you in the next one.